some of them started out with little nerves of that smell. It is different when you get that first time in front of fans, and maybe when you get the first time out there together and first time in a Bronco uniform. That was the first time they've worn those uniforms for a lot of guys, and so I think we worked ourselves through some of that, which is good. Some nerves and some preseason stuff, and first of all, I knew when I scheduled them they're a good team. I mean, they win 29 games last year, and they're 16th in the country right now, and they have a good plan and they grind you. And I thought we had some good defensive stances, and that first half they had 25 points, and I think 8 to 10 of them were just goofy mistakes by us of not knowing who we have, and November 1st preseason mistakes.
How much is Chibuzo, you think, wanted and ready for the opportunity to have an increased role?
Oh, yeah. A little too excited, I think, this first time. And so that's why it's good to get that out of the way, because now we have a week to prepare for a great team and South Dakota State, and we have to make a big jump in this week. So you kind of get that out of there and get that got done with, and hopefully that'll help us.
When I talked to Mark Adams about him, he said there was days in practice where he would literally never miss a shot.
Yeah.
We saw 8 3-point attempts. He's not afraid to shoot it. Is he be a high scorer for you guys?
Yeah, but not just Buzo, but our team, we just came out I told him at half, the problem with having really good shooters is they think they can make every shot. Well, there's nights when that happens, but we have to run better offense. And again, that's partly on our game plan too. Part of the game plan is not to run any plays or sets or direct the ball, just kind of let our flow and our motion just play out of that. And sometimes out of that, what you see is shot selection that you won't see, hopefully, in 1 or 2 weeks, So we'll clean all that up. And then we got good enough shooters that when you get them good shots, they're going to make them.
Not that 17 turnovers is ever good, but when you have stuff like that on film from an exhibition, is that going to give you a
huge? Yes, because they were just goofy ones. They were preseason ones. We're throwing to the, you could just see them coming from a mile away. And so, that stuff, we will really go through this film a lot, and we'll do some good stuff with it. And so that's why it's so valuable. I think it's a good mix to do a private scrimmage and then one of these just to be in front of people, and I think that worked. When you schedule stuff, sometimes you don't know, but now in hindsight, I think that was about perfect.
Tyson was talking about live ball turnovers versus dead ball
turnovers.
What's the difference on that?
Well, live ball turnovers when we throw it away and then it starts their fast break, that kind of thing. And dead ball turnovers might be a charge. They got to take it out of bounds. And so, 17 turnovers is way, way, way too much.
Is the plan to redshirt Jace or possibly?
Oh, no, he's playing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We saw him as just an incredible spark, and you made sure to bring up his name when we were talking about some of the other newcomers. What is he going to bring to this team?
Well, first of all, he's a tough kid, and that comes from his mom, not his dad. No, they both were tough. So, but he's just grinded, and he's just getting his legs back and his shooting back, and he's gritty, and I trust him. And that's pretty good as a freshman, because I played 12 guys tonight, which there's a lot of guys that aren't ready yet, and you look back. I think I've referenced this a couple times. You look back this time of the year last year, Tyson was our 10th man. So these guys, they're doing stuff, and they're doing stuff in practice to get better, and I'm seeing the improvement. But you just don't know when they're going to be game ready, and where you totally trust in what they're doing, and they know the system, and then the system kind of sets them free.
Question marks, right? One of the areas, I guess, is going to be a key spot for you is at 5 position.
You
have 4 combined points out of those 2 guys. What do you make of how they're coming along?
Well, isn't it funny that I talked to Abe about this, and Bob is, I swear, when you play small teams and then they got those point blankers, they never make them against the small teams. But then all of a sudden you play they were terrific against Oregon. We were really good against two possible pros. I don't know if I can comment on that. Actually, reverse that. I don't know. I forget that. So, but anyways, they've been terrific. So, I'll write that off to first game jitters. We'll turn up the heat this week and get some toughness out of that spot, which they have shown, and they've been great. So, Lucas got 6 rebounds in 17 minutes. That's elite. So, from that aspect, it's really, really good. So, we need him to rebound, we need him to defend, and we need him to dunk those instead of, and Lucas got a great toucher on the basket. Like, he was 2 for 7. He probably should have went 7 for 7. And then all of a sudden you're like, wow. But that's good. You need to do it now. I'd rather him do it now because I have a lot of belief in him and a lot of faith in him. And so,
How do you feel Marcus has come along with point guard?
He'll be one of the best, no doubt,
In the league or in the program or in the country? Or?
in the history of basketball.
He hit the gym. Oh my gosh, Shaver's packing.
Yeah. No.
What was behind that, Liam? Was that a mission for you guys to say, hey, we need to be stronger and more physical?
No, he's just one of those guys. He can go do 10 push-ups and all of a sudden he's like that. He's that guy is, he's a 99 percentile. And we got a great strength coach, one of the best in the world. So credit to him.
You said that Tyson was a good three-point shooter last year. He's going to be a great three-point shooter this year. He didn't miss, and Tyson said that it's not just the reps, but it's how you guys have him shooting certain drills and whatnot. Could you explain that?
Yeah, no, we put so much emphasis on player development. I got, Roberto's one of the best there is. Coach Burns, Coach Duryea, we got a system to do it, and it's. But the credit goes to Tyson for the work ethic and the extra time in the gym, that kind of thing. So that's the biggest thing.
You mentioned some guys who aren't quite ready yet. Does Sada fit in that category?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot thrown at him, and you got to remember, he speaks English as his 5th language, and then Boise State basketball is his 6th language. And so it's hard to pick up all these things where, I bet today in those huddles he was probably just hearing all this chatter that was just woo, So, it's kind of like a big league pitcher. You got to find a way to not throw him into the fire too early. And he's working though, and I have a lot of faith in him, a lot of belief in him too. He's got a lot of talent, a lot of ability.
How do you look at a game like this? Some people say, they should win by 50. You're not playing the rotation the same as a regular game. You're wanting to get guys in there. What's a successful exhibition game for you, I guess?
I think that if you can find a lot of things that you need to get better at. If I can, I think one of the challenges I have right now with the new team is figuring out combinations and who plays where and together and what our best lineups are and what our best defensive lineups is, what our best, all those kind of things. But we didn't run any sets, we direct the ball to the shooters, and tonight it was 12 guys that played and kind of a little bit of a free for all that way. But
You want a single play?
maybe one, yeah.
What's kind of the thought process behind that?
Just number one, scouting. You just don't want anything out there yet. And number 2 is you want them just to play through stuff, and where they have to solve it, and and kind of play through some mistakes. So, I think that's the nice thing about an exhibition game is you can make them play through, allow them to play through mistakes. So you can, and we get those on film and we get to see them and we can counter those mistakes with what we do in the next week. Because 17 turnovers is not what, and I'd probably say 7 of them without looking at the film yet. We're just kind of unforced errors. We got to eliminate that.
Blake was wearing a boot today. Do you expect him to contribute?
Yeah, it was an ankle sprain. They put you in a boot, and he's had a little bad luck. He was playing great. We need him back. So, he just did that Saturday. So, you never know with sprains, and I don't want to, but I'm hopeful.
Just a little bit of stuff what's the word I'm looking for? Background stuff, I guess. Are you willing to say who's redshirting or likely redshirting?
I don't know. We haven't completely, we'll see how this week goes and that kind of thing.
Was it always the plan? I mean, was there ever a thought where you never know where the guy coming up with a mission where he's going to be at? But
Right.
Was Jace done more since he got here than you guys were thinking he might? Or?
Yeah, because we've got, I think our top 6 are pretty evident, and then we've got about 6 or 7 guys that we're trying to figure out who's going to develop, and Jace has been has done a great job. He's been a real good surprise. He's got to go in and shave her every day in practice, and he's tough, so.
Jace looks like he grew up with a basketball court in his living room.
He did.
And it's just like I'm comparing him and Kobe, and I'm thinking they might be battling for this type of role. And Kobe, I thought, came in a little more hesitant because he was here last year and he knows what guys can do. And Jace is just like, screw it, I'm a ball player.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with the Whiting kid, Leon. It felt like he'd be like a CCC Player of the Year, and you guys have him here at Boise. I mean, you guys must. I mean, how much has he grown playing with legit players like he's playing?
Well, like I said, it goes back to the toughness that he has and the work ethic. He's in the gym all the time. He's working at basketball means something to him. He's going to fight for it. And those are the kind of guys I like, bulldogs out there, especially at the point spot. So, yeah, he's got a lot, but he's learning, and he's really, like, you give him something, he works on it and tries to master it, and he's going to get better and better. But, yeah, you're right. He was a bright spot tonight, I think, the way he handled the ball, the way he shot the ball. And like I said, he's just getting his mission legs back, and getting kind of comfortable out there again.
You guys ready? Are you guys ready in 8 days to play games that count now, or where do you think you're at?
No, you're never ready, but it's time, And we got a lot of, you got a lot of preseason stuff, but the experience you gain playing games changes is so much more than playing practice. Your practice is great, and we get better and better, but you really find out things in games, and you can really, I think it really helps you coach them better and find what your strengths are and the way you're really going to play. Because in practices, you're coaching 12 guys, you're doing it's season now. We're going to tighten things down, and the rotation tightens down, and then things make more sense. Where the ball goes makes more sense.
What did you think of 12 tonight? It felt to me like he was trying to get everybody else
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
Typical Leon of like, shoot the ball, 12. Like,
Well, he's been terrific in the preseason, but the crazy thing about it, when you always look at his plus minus, it always is one of the top.
based on the team.
Yeah, it's always the top. So he got to make there was a nice run where he just made a simple cut to the high post, got Tyson the 3. He makes those hockey assists, whatever you want to call them, and simple plays. But I haven't watched the film to really know. But he's been playing great for us. We've been really, really pleased with what he's been doing. And then he gets 6 rebounds and 4 assists, and then you trust him that he doesn't. He had those steals in the first half, and he doesn't turn it over. So those things, when everything else is clicking, that's really valuable.
Led the team in assists and steals tonight.
Yeah, and we know where his defender's going to be. And if he's not, he'll make him pay.